and Angelique Martinez somewhere in the starting lineup. Those are the big two offensive contributors. And we'll have our keys to the game. And with Little East Conference play coming up this weekend, UMass Boston will look to use this game and then Thursday's game at Bridgewater State to get them ready for WestCon on Saturday. That'll be a 1 o'clock start time here at home. Need to hit some open shots. Beacon shooting at 37% on the season, but it's a team that likes to shoot the three. They get some open looks, but they're only shooting 25% from beyond the arc. Something they'd like to get going is Grace Geary, who has had a late start, but played against Fitchburg State last time out, and they would like to get her going. She can have the hot hand from downtown. And then defensively, limit Angelique Martinez's touches. She already has 3 double-doubles in 6 games for Mount Ida and has been so good. She's coming off a game against Framingham State when she had a season-high 19 points and 14 rebounds. Should be a good matchup there as we watch Martinez battle inside against the likes of Olivia Murphy and Katrina Edwards. Now with some time here to go before tip-off, we'll take a look at the season preview video for this UMass Boston women's basketball team as they're off to a 4-0 start.
Preseason was a little bit challenging at first, but we've come together as a team. But adjusting to the new players and the new coach, for me, has been the most challenging because I've been used to a certain way of practice being run for 3 years. But overall, it's been really successful.
I feel like this preseason was different, as in a lot of new faces. And I feel like last season was a little better because we were closer, and this season there's a lot of new people, a lot of freshmen, not a transfer, so I feel like it was different in that aspect, but I still feel like we came together at the end of the day.
Some positive things that we're expecting from the coaching, that we've received from the coaching staff this year, is that there's a lot of encouragement and a lot of patience, especially with the new people. The coaching staff is very, very patient with us, which is really good. We use what happened last year as a motivational factor by remembering how it felt to lose and just wanting it 10 times more and just working hard every day and bringing it every day.
More so now with everyone, I don't feel like there's one set leader. I feel like everyone is a leader in their own way, so I feel like that's a great thing for our team, so we all hold each other accountable. I feel like it's definitely a good thing. I feel like we're very deserving of it because I feel like we work really hard. I feel like we always really show ourselves more so the end of the season more rather than the beginning. And I feel that being voted, number 3 now just shows that, we're something to look out for and you need to watch out for us because we're going to go far this year. I feel like we want to play a lot faster this year, so we're focusing on pushing the ball in transition, hitting wide open shots. Like, I feel like we did a good job of hitting open shots last year, but we definitely need to do better with that this year, and just conditioning wise for guards needs to be great. I feel like non-conference games are helping us because even though it's not a non-conference game, we're treating it like it is, so we just go that much harder because we know it's going to help us for conference games. So I feel like no matter what game it is, we're playing as hard as we can.
So we're filling the void with Britt and Keeks being gone. Trina's been playing really well. She's been stepping up on defense, and she's been stepping up on offense as well, along with Raven. She also has been stepping up on offense, scoring a lot more, and doing a lot of great things for us. A newbie that has surprised me has been Ariana Rivera. She's really stepped up. The last couple of games she's been having some big minutes, and she's been handling the pressure a lot better than most freshmen usually would.
Raven definitely stepped up a lot. She's shown that she can play with anyone, play as hard as she can for as many minutes as she can give us. She's a great teammate, great hustler, and yeah, I feel like also Shy stepped up a lot. Shy definitely stepped up a lot. She's shown that she can also be a player to look out for on the court. I think Chantel has done a great job because last year she didn't get that many minutes, so this year she's playing 30 minutes a game. So for her to go from that transition, I feel like she's taken it in and just has done a very good job with that. So I give her a lot of props for doing that. This weekend, I feel like we definitely got gist of where we are right now and what we need to work on. I feel like we mostly need to work on our transition D. I feel like we need to work on our communication in the game. We also worked really well on offense together. I feel like with certain people in at the same time, we could tell who really worked well together and who didn't, and also showed how confident that we are and that we do believe that we can win and we can go as far as we want to. I feel like our expectations to win LECs and even go beyond that, hopefully the national tournament.
Expectations for our team this year is to win and to go as far as we did last year.
To win the LECs because we're so close last year, so we just want to win it this year.
Just about set to begin here from the Clark Athletic Center. And let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams. First for Mount Ida, they will go with Caitlin Jesse, Brianna Murr in the backcourt, and then they'll have a 2-forward center set up front. Molly Alkenberg stands at 6'1", then Brittany Crosby, a 5'8" forward, and Angelique Martinez, a 6-foot center. So a lot of size for the Beacons to contend with. We'll step aside for the national anthem.
What separates UMass Boston from other schools is the fact that a large percentage of students commute. For me, it takes 2 hours each day to go to and from school, but every second has been worth it because the students that come here are serious about learning, they value their education, and understand where it'll take them in the future. This is what UMass Boston means to me.
Division III allows you to give yourself to other things.
Having that free time allows me to pursue the things that I want to pursue.
Division III athletics affords students the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport.
It allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
National anthem complete, and now a look at the starters for the UMass Boston Beacons.
My name is Tajay Bryson. I'm a junior guard and I'm from Springfield, Mass.
Hi, I'm Katie Matthew. I'm a sophomore guard from Coventry, Connecticut.
Hi, my name is Chantal Jordan. I'm a junior guard from Brockton, Massachusetts, and teamwork makes the dream work.
Hi, my name is Katrina Edwards. I'm from Springfield, Mass. I'm a junior and I'm a power forward.
Olivia Murphy, senior forward, Canton, Massachusetts.
And there are the starters. Murphy has been so good. We talked about her shooting and her rebounding, shooting at about 51% here to start the season, coming off a 17.18 rebound performance against Fitchburg State. Mount Ida going through their starting lineups as well. There's like number 44, Angelique Martinez, who has been very good at the start of the year for the Mustangs, averaging 12 points, 13 rebounds per game. Now Ida in green, 1-5 out of the GNAC. UMass Boston at 4-0, fourth time in program history they have started 4-0. That start was 5-0 back in 1994 and 1995, that season. So they look to match that tonight, and with the win would have a chance to set a program record when they go to Bridgewater State on Thursday night, and of course Little East Conference play beginning on Saturday against WestCon at 1 o'clock. Say women's men's doubleheader tonight here at the Clark Athletic Center. The men of UMass Boston will be playing the Engineers of MIT. That game's set to tip off at 7:30. But first we've got Beacons and Mustangs. UMass Boston outscoring its opponents by 16 points per game. Best defense in the Little East for the first 4 games of the season. And they're coming off a 65-31 win against Fitchburg State a week ago. One of the most lopsided victories UMass Boston has had in quite a while. Mount Ida most recently a 93-70 loss against Framingham State last Tuesday as well. So both these teams have had plenty of rest. They got vacation off for Thanksgiving. They now are back a week later. UMass Boston in white, Mount Ida in green. It is Murphy against Martinez on the tip. And the tip won by Martinez as she finds Molly Alkenberg and underway. Backdoor pass for Martinez, and 7 seconds in, Mount Ida has a 2-0 lead. It's the person that UMass Boston has to stop defensively. Katrina Edwards, our player to watch entering tonight. Nice move to turn back and gets it to go. Tied at 2. Edwards, first points of the night. She had 12 points and 14 rebounds last time out against Fitchburg. Her first career double-double. Crosby turns around, finds Caitlin Jesse. Martinez working around Murphy, banks it in. Quickly 4 points for Angelique Martinez, coming off a season-high 19 points a week ago. Rotated around, Katie Matthew looking inside for Murphy. Murphy doubled, even tripled, has to get it back out for Matthew. An air ball, Jordan able to save it, but it goes right to Brianna Muir. The sophomore from Wareham, Mass, at the top of the key. Now rotated inside for Alkenberg. Turns around with the left hand, short, and Murphy there underneath for the rebound. First rebound for Olivia Murphy. She has been one of the best in all of Division III here to start the year. Almost 19 rebounds per game, second in the country, and 10 offensive rebounds per game. That is best. Tajay burst it. Matthew inside Murphy. Beacons down by 2, going up and under, and the rebound for Martinez. Brittany Crosby, junior from Riverside, Rhode Island. Dumped off. Alkenberg back out. 15 to shoot. Muir off the glass. And a big battle. That's last touch by Murphy. A new shot clock coming for Mount Ida. Strong start on offense for the Mustangs. Up 4-2 inside. Offensive rebound, and no good. Good chance there for Molly Alkenberg, but the junior could not get it back in. 2 good looks after Caitlin Jesse drove inside. 2.5 minutes into the contest. 4-2 lead. Jordan the jab, but traveled. Mount Ida on offense here. Crosby's pass intercepted by Murphy, looking to set up Martinez on the right wing. So far, Beacons have shut her down the last few times down the floor after Martinez scored first 2 times down. Inside Murphy, couldn't handle the pass, a little bit away from her, but Katie Matthew had a slim window to thread it in. Martinez into the middle, ball tipped. That was Edwards who got a hand on it, and then Matthew coming away in the middle. Led ahead, Murphy gets it in. Tied up at 4. Olivia Murphy, the senior captain, had a 17-point, 18-rebound performance against Fitchburg State a week ago. Leads the team with nearly 20 points per game. And their go-to player the last 2 seasons now. Alkenberg, slow turnaround, but gets it to fall over Edwards. generated some space for her. So slow pace so far here to start. Much of the play coming in the half court. As Jordan misses, Murphy there for the offensive rebound, and she now has 4 points. Six ball game. Martinez inside, gets that one to sneak and roll up off the front of the rim. 6 points now for Angelique Martinez. Junior from Taunton picking up right where she left off. Jordan, that's a 2, no. Murphy, another offensive rebound, her second, and can't get it to fall, working around Martinez. Two-point lead for the visitors. Muir had some room for a moment and then holds up at the elbow. Burston trying to take it away. Jesse feeds inside. Martinez too strong. Always knows where she is on the floor, ready to catch and shoot, that time off the mark. Murphy has some room and banks it in. 6 points for Olivia Murphy as her and Angelique Martinez go back and forth. Both with 6 points, and we're tied at 8. And now timeout called by Mount Ida head coach Katie Green with that offensive possession going stagnant. And we'll take a break in 8-8 ball game with 4:24 to go here in the first quarter on the Beacons Broadcast Network and Little East TV.
The University of Massachusetts Boston, with its scenic oceanfront campus, easily accessible to downtown Boston, is recognized as a model of excellence for urban public universities. 16 NCAA Division III sports are part of the more than 100 student organizations that create an engaging campus life in America's biggest and best college town. UMass Boston, Boston's urban public research university for the 21st century.
Back inside the Clark Athletic Center, an 8-8 ball game. About 5.5 minutes in. Timeout called there by Mount Ida with 14 seconds on the shot clock and some offensive confusion. And first-year head coach Katie Green calling the timeout. Mount Ida is looking for their second road win in the last 16 tries. Previously just one road victory in their last 15 road games. And their lone win this season came at home against Bay Path, a 80-69 victory on November 21st. So the Mustangs will have the ball on the far sideline coming out of the timeout. And Mount Ida has substituted in Marissa Dwyer, the junior from Quincy, into the backcourt. Out of the game is Brianna Muir, and also Trish Leota is in. And Mount Ida now has the lead. Now a little bit of a press here with Leota and Dwyer in the backcourt, and the Beacons able to break it. Now Burston feeds Murphy on the baseline. Too strong, but gets the foul. Foul goes against Martinez. Her first. Murphy will shoot two, already with 6 points. Senior is 62% at the line this season. And goes 2 for 2. Give her 8 points to make us even at 10 all. And a foul at the other end against UMass Boston. That will go against Cheyenne Wellington, who just checked in at that last whistle. She replaced Matthew. Now Grace Geary will come in for Chantel Jordan. To the top, Trish Leota. Jesse Martinez spins around, and the rebound to Murphy. Burston, 15 on the shot clock. What a nifty move down the middle of the lane. Tajay Burston only stands at 5'1", but able to finagle her way down the lane and put the shot in. And UMass Boston with their first lead of the game at 12-10. First time someone not named Olivia Murphy has scored for UMass Boston in a few minutes. 6 to shoot for the Mustangs. Trish Leota on the drive. Martinez too strong. And a shot clock violation. Thought she had a couple more seconds, but that last shot from Leota did not hit the rim. And Martinez just took too long trying to put it back up. Now we'll have Michaela Illabodi into the game for Murphy. Murphy takes a seat after playing a little more than 7 minutes here to start the game and already has 8 points and a few rebounds as well. Nice pass up to Wellington, pulls up at the free throw line. And the rebound is controlled by Crosby. Quickly outlets to Leota, able to maintain possession, settle into the half court. Jesse pulls up at the elbow. No good. Martinez tips it to herself for the offensive board. Jesse will move in again, try a little bit closer, and draws contact for the foul. Put Caitlin Jesse at the free throw line where she is very good, 87% on the season. She's had a quiet start to this game, but not on the season. She leads Mount Ida with 15 points per game and was the only Mustang in double figures when these teams played last season. Martinez will come out, and Alkenberg will check back in. Two for two at the line for Jesse, her first points. Once again, Beacons break the press. Wellington goes up and under. Offensive rebound for Illabodi. And then a foul on the floor will go against Alkenberg. Beg your pardon, it will go against Marissa Dwyer instead. Her first and the second team foul. Inside, Grace Geary, floater drops. And the first points for Grace Geary, playing it just in her second game of the season. She was injured to start the year. And the Beacons would love to get her going. She was so good last year as a freshman. Leota inside, trying to get the shot off. Offensive rebound for Alkenberg, but she's stripped by Geary. Geary up the right side, has to stop, feeds it back into the middle. Three for Burston. Now daylight ahead for Jesse. Burston back on defense, but a nice move by Jesse to get a clean look at a layup and tie the game back up at 14. Geary fakes the three. Illabodi backing down. Wild shot, but scores. Pull-up jumper for Crosby. Geary tracks it down along the baseline. Minute to go in the first quarter. Loose ball. And we'll go to Mount Ida. Mustangs will bring in Janique Cofield and Jamie Moscato. Beacons will bring in Kayana Prince, and Katie Matthew will return. Moscato, and turned over. Burstons played this whole first quarter. Now Geary gets some space, another floater, and it'll be a jump ball, and it will stay with UMass Boston. New shot clock for UMass Boston, just a couple second differential. Geary, a line drive three, no, offensive rebound. Matthew tries to throw it back out for Burston, but here is Caitlin Jesse. Another fast break bucket for her, give her 6 points. Back tied at 16. And now a foul is called against Janique Cofield. Prince to Burston. 6 on the clock. Matthew, high arcing three. Jamie Moscato throws it ahead. Jesse just got it off, but too strong. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Murphy and Martinez ended the quarter on the bench, but they were the story, scoring 8 points each. As we are all tied up at 16 after one on the Beacons Broadcast Network in Little East TV.
Paris changed my life, and I got there through UMass. Those very specific seminal moments in Paris, the subway. A man in a tuxedo walked in, and a woman in a long gown. And it was stunning. It all hit me. It was like a lightning bolt. There was this world of beauty and style that I wanted to be a part of. That was the beginning of the journey. And that all came through the University of Massachusetts. And that was really a key moment for me. That's one of those moments you never forget.
As the Beacons at 4-0, trying to make it to 5-0 for just the second time in program history, but they haven't had their entire team at any point this season. Grace Geary was out for the first 3 games. Chantel Jordan went down for about 3/4 of the last game. And of course, Raven Kelsey, the team's third leading scorer, third leading rebounder, is still out. She's missing her 3rd consecutive game after suffering an ankle injury 2 weeks ago in practice. The Beacons hope to have her back on Saturday when they take on Western Connecticut State in their LEC opener. Nick, take it away.
Thank you, Seth. And really interesting when you look at how good UMass Boston has been. And they haven't had a full lineup, as Seth just talked about. It'd be nice if they could get Raven Kelsey back for the LEC home opener against WestCon on Saturday. Then they could finally have a full lineup. And a lot of potential here for UMass Boston as they look to get back to that LEC championship game again. Fast break opportunity ahead for Jordan. Won't go. Murphy back in there. Another offensive rebound. And Murphy already in double figures with 10. Mount Ida shot around 40% in that first quarter, much better than their season average of 31%. They've been matching UMass Boston blow for blow here to start. Geary open for 3, good. First 3 of the season for Grace Geary, 0 for 4 against Fitchburg State a week ago in her first action. And Beacons would love if she could get that 3-point shot going. UMass Boston just 25% on the season coming in from downtown. Geary ahead, Burston, lefty layup, good. And UMass Boston with their largest lead of the game at 5. And Beacons have looked their best in transition. Foul here will go against Mount Ida. Muir and Leota return for the Mustangs. Now UMass Boston looks to add to their lead. Zone defense for Mount Ida. A little floater from Burston is too strong. Martinez has the rebound. Pull up three, in and out. Muir so close. Offensive 3 seconds against Murphy. Will give the ball right back. Katrina Edwards will return. Hurston will come out. And also in Ariana Rivera. She's there defending on the outside. Edwards gets a hand on it and has the steal. In the corner, Geary to the middle. Tough shot, but she'll head to the free throw line. Five-point lead for UMass Boston. So neither team led by more than 2 in that first quarter. Geary now 2 of 5 at the line this season as Alkenberg returns for Martinez. Martinez already with 2. And we'll see if head coach Katie Green elects to have her come back into the game as Geary goes 0 for 2, but Edwards the offensive rebound. Rivera feeds Geary. Bounce down low. Murphy fouled. Alkenberg hit with the foul on the push from behind. It'll be her first, and Murphy to the line, where she's already 2 for 2 and already with 10 points. Game could be a wider margin if UMass Boston could knock down some of these free throws. Murphy goes 1 of 2. Mount Ida hasn't scored in a little while, and their best scorer is on the bench. They'll keep possession here. Jesse to inbound on the baseline. Alkenberg rotates out for Muir. Jesse a 3. Beacons look to push as Geary brings it forward. Murphy against Alkenberg. 13 points now for Olivia Murphy. So good at gaining position down low. And Beacon's lead continues to climb. They've outscored Mount Ida 8-0 here to start the second quarter. And Alkenberg with the double dribble. And she has not been able to find the offense. And Labode back in, the freshman from Malden. Murphy will take a breather after scoring 13 points and giving the Beacons a little bit of a cushion. Edwards lost it off the pass from Illabode. Beacons have been pretty good about taking care of the basketball here to start the game. And there's Alkenberg knocking it down from 17 feet. And a carry whistled against UMass Boston, and now back-to-back turnovers against the Beacons. Marissa Dwyer returns. She'll take Alkenberg's spot. Crosby, and a hand check foul. Go against Illabodi. Just the first team foul against UMass Boston. 5:53 to go in the quarter. Leota the drive, and it rolls in. A violent, hard drive down the right side of the end lane by Trish Leota. And now back to a 4-point game. Jordan, a wild shot. Ball caroms forward to Muir. Back for Leota. Pulls up and draws the foul. Free throws upcoming for Trish Leota. After the foul against Geary. Mount Ida's been a pretty good free throw shooting team this season at 71%. Leota rattles it in. Burston returns for Illabodi. And the Beacons will have a smaller lineup out there now. Katrina Edwards, the tallest player, at 5'10". Mount Ida going small as well. Brittany Crosby among the taller players out there at 5'8". Here's Rivera to Edwards against Crosby. Offensive rebound. Rivera back out. Jordan is fouled. And we will take a timeout before those free throws come from Chantel Jordan. UMass Boston with a 3-point lead on Mount Ida halfway through the second quarter on the Beacons Broadcast Network and Little East TV.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, I can accomplish it.
It's a well-rounded experience.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual.
It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
(26-23) score. UMass Boston started the second quarter on an 8-0 run. Mount Ida has answered back with 5 of their own, and they've done it without Angelique Martinez, although we saw she was about to check into the game in the middle of those free throws. Likely just see her put into the game now. Meanwhile, UMass Boston, Olivia Murphy has led the way with 13 points, and with a little bit of a lead, Christina Baugh took that moment to get her out of the game and give her as much rest as possible early on. So far, Mount Ida's offense has come to play. They're averaging 58 points per game, but UMass Boston has held opposing teams to just 46 points per game, and Mount Ida already halfway there. Chantel Jordan at the line, the junior from Brockton, looking for her first points of the evening. Now 4 of 11 on the season at the free throw line. Averaging a couple points per game. Goes 0 for 2, and there's Martinez with the rebound as she's back into the game playing with 2 fouls. Muir the drive, and no basket, traveling violation. Looked like a little bit of a hop step there. Yeah, she entered into the lane. Very inside, Illabodi back in, burst in, traveled. It's the 8th turnover against UMass Boston. Now Ida also with 8. And the team's been really able to take advantage of just 4 points off turnovers for Mount Ida. And that'll stay at 4 after the missed shot from Martinez. Quick passing. Edwards can't get the shot to fall. She'll head back to the free throw line. Second foul against Leota. Edwards missing on the first, just 3 of 8 at the free throw line now on the season. Edwards with 2 points and 2 rebounds as Crosby returns to replace Dwyer for Mount Ida. Olivia Murphy still on the bench for UMass Boston as Edwards goes 0 for 2. And free throws hurting UMass Boston. Foul in the backcourt. UMass Boston now just 3 of 10 at the free throw line. Jordan gets whistled for the foul. That's the 3rd team foul. Mount Ida up to 4 team fouls now. Three ball from Leota, too strong. In transition, Rivera, long floater. Illabodi puts it back. 4 points for Michaela Illabodi. And Edwards steps in front of the pass. Looking inside for Martinez. And the Beacons can use that to their advantage. They know where Mount Ida wants to go with the basketball. Illabo nearly lost it. And that ball touched the line before Edwards could get there. Matthew will return for UMass Boston and replace Rivera. And Murphy will come back in as well. Martinez back off for Muir. Open for 3. Good. First 3-pointer of the game for Mount Ida. And it's the first points for Brianna Muir. Quickly Murphy. Burston. Jordan, 3. No. Long rebound controlled by Leota. Quickly inside, Martinez. Back out. Jesse the drive. And the rebound to Jordan. 28-26, UMass Boston leading. Matthew back for Burston. Matthew. Burston, 5 to shoot. Edwards pulls up. Murphy the offensive rebound and is fouled. Murphy at the free throw line. Now 4 of 5 at the line tonight. Grace Geary will return for Jordan. And Murphy 2 for 2 already with 15 points. Half of UMass Boston's 30, but just a 4-point advantage for the Beacons. Mount Ida has kept it close. Martinez doubled. Short on the hook. Here he thought about the home run pass. Now spins into the middle, bounces it low for Murphy, tracks it down, high off the glass. Edwards can't put it back in. And we'll stay with UMass Boston. Last touch by Martinez down low. Murphy inside, gets it back. Offensive rebound, third time up, no. And it goes off her leg, and Olivia Murphy comes up empty. Had 4 cracks at it. Those will pad her rebounding stats a little bit. So a 4-point lead for UMass Boston with 1:20 to go in the quarter. Martinez off the glass and good. Those are her first points in a while. Since the end of the first quarter, she's now in double figures with 10. 2-point game. Geary will try for 3. Here's Muir looking to push. Last 3 contests between the two teams have been decided by an average of 28 points. But it's been very close here in this first half. UMass Boston will take a timeout, just a 30-second timeout, so we will stay right here. 30-28, UMass Boston leads. Beacons led by as many as 8. They had an 8-0 run to start this second quarter, but Mount Ida has come back and they've been right there. Olivia Murphy's been good for UMass Boston with 15 points, but they've had a little bit of the turnover bug a little bit. Nearly 10 here in the first half. Mount Ida hasn't took care of the ball cleanly either. And UMass Boston has struggled at the free throw line a little bit. Beacons are just 5 of 12 at the charity stripe. Other than Murphy, the rest of the team is 0 for 6. About an 11-second differential between shot and game clock. So barring an offensive rebound, Mustangs will have one last opportunity. Edwards inside. And Alkenberg the offensive rebound and is fouled. Beacon still had one more to give. And UMass Boston will press. 19.9 seconds remaining. Muir up the floor, Crosby. Jesse. Defended by Geary. Now Muir with 7 on the clock. Crosby inside. Off the glass. And that will do it for the first half. 30-28. UMass Boston leads, and hold up, we might get a second back on the clock here. And it looks like UMass Boston will have an inbounds here under the baseline with maybe a second at the most. He'll put 1/10 on, so not really any time to do anything. It'll actually be a Mount Ida ball. So not possible to get a shot off. Won't count, and that will do it. So 30-28, is the score at halftime. We'll take a very quick break and be back and joined by Christina Baugh in a moment.
The University of Massachusetts Boston. It's just minutes from downtown, and the Princeton Review calls it one of the best values in the country. A nationally recognized institution of academic excellence and research, UMass Boston offers more than 150 undergraduate and graduate programs, 16 Division III sports, and more than 100 student organizations. To learn more about the opportunities waiting for you at UMass Boston, visit in person or online. UMass Boston, a research university with a teaching soul.
Joined by UMass Boston assistant coach Shantae Bonds. Coach, last couple of years, Mount Ida has been a pretty easy opponent. This time they're putting up a big fight. How much does the Thanksgiving break factor in? You guys were playing so well before Thanksgiving, a little bit sluggish in that first quarter for the first time all season.
Yeah, I think that we just need to do a better job of defending in the post right now. They're just one-on-one in the post right now. We need to double down, or we have to make an adjustment there. And then I would like to see us do more offensive rebounding. Liv is doing a great job on the boards, but I would love to see the rest of our team crash the offensive boards.
Yeah, you talked about it in the post. Angelica Martinez, obviously one of the better bigs you faced. Is that an instance, though, of the other players need to pick up for Liv? She's doing a great job getting on the scoreboard, but the rebounds going a little bit more 50-50 than they have over the past couple games.
Yes, I would like to see us just pick up our intensity a little bit more in that second half. So let's see what happens when we come back out.
Offensively, you guys only have 30 points at half, a little bit lower than you've been putting up the past couple of games. Is that, again, just a little bit of aggressiveness, or is that maybe not picking out the correct player on some of your sets?
I think it's really just about us. I think if we had more than one shot attempt on the offensive side, we'll be okay. So I think if we do a better job of offensive rebounding, really attacking the boards, we'll put up some more points. But hey, we have 30 in the first half. I'm happy about that. We're up. Let's go get them in the second.
Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Now back up to Nick and the booth.
Thanks, Seth. Hearing from assistant coach Shantae Bonds, and now we'll take a few minutes and view the players' season preview for the UMass Boston women's basketball team, and when we come back, we'll have stats and leaders at halftime.
We've come together as a team, but adjusting to the new players and the new coach, for me, has been the most challenging because I've been used to a certain way of practice being run for 3 years, but overall it's been really successful.
I feel like this preseason was different, as in a lot of new faces. And I feel like last season was a little better because we were closer, and this season there's a lot of new people, a lot of freshmen, not a transfer, so I feel like it was different in that aspect, but I still feel like we came together at the end of the day.
Some positive things that we're expecting from the coaching that we've received from the coaching staff this year is that there's a lot of encouragement and a lot of patience, especially with the new people. The coaching staff is very, very patient with us, which is really good. We use what happened last year as a motivational factor by remembering how it felt to lose and just wanting it 10 times more and just working hard every day and bringing it every day.
More so now with everyone. I don't feel like there's one set leader. I feel like everyone is a leader in their own way. So I feel like that's a great thing for our team, so we all hold each other accountable. I feel like it's definitely a good thing. I feel like we're very deserving of it because I feel like we work really hard. I feel like we always really show ourselves more so the end of the season more rather than the beginning. And I feel that being voted, number 3 now just shows that, we're something to look out for, and you need to watch out for us because we're going to go far this year.
I feel like we want to play a lot faster this year, so we're focusing on pushing the ball in transition, hitting wide open shots. Like, I feel like we did a good job of hitting open shots last year, but we definitely need to do better with that this year, and just conditioning wise for guards needs to be great. I feel like non-conference games are helping us because even though it's not a non-conference game, we're treating it like it is, so we just go that much harder because we know it's going to help us for conference games. So I feel like no matter what game it is, we're playing as hard as we can.
So we're filling the void with Britt and Keeks being gone. Trina's been playing really well. She's been stepping up on defense, and she's been stepping up on offense as well, along with Raven. She also has been stepping up on offense, scoring a lot more, and doing a lot of great things for us. A newbie that has surprised me has been Ariana Rivera. She's really stepped up. The last couple games she's been having some big minutes, and she's been handling the pressure a lot better than most freshmen usually would.
Raven definitely stepped up a lot. She's shown that she can play with anyone, play as hard as she can for as many minutes as she can give us. She's a great teammate, great hustler, and yeah, I feel like also Shy stepped up a lot. Shy definitely stepped up a lot. She's shown that she can also be a player to look out for on the court.
I think Chantel has done a great job because last year she didn't get that many minutes, so this year she's playing 30 minutes a game. So for her to go from that transition, I feel like she's taken it in and just has done a very good job with that. So I give her a lot of props for doing that.
This weekend, I feel like we definitely got a gist of where we are right now and what we need to work on. I feel like we mostly need to work on our transition D. I feel like we need to work on our communication in the game. We also worked really well on offense together. I feel like with certain people in at the same time, we could tell who really worked well together and who didn't, and also showed how confident that we are and that we do believe that we can win and we can go as far as we want to. I feel like our expectations to win LECs and even go beyond that, hopefully a national tournament.
Expectations for our team this year is to be win and to go as far as we did last year.
To win the LECs because we're so close last year, so we just want to win it this year.
Back here at the Clark Athletic Center, and a 2-point lead at halftime for UMass Boston over the Mustangs of Mount Ida. Pretty even first half there. As we'll take a look at the numbers between the two sides. And field goal percentage pretty even in favor, though, of Mount Ida. Now the team shooting the three very well, each team with just a couple free throws. That's where UMass Boston could have a larger lead. Just 5 of 12 at the free throw line. Done a good job rebounding, but they've had a couple possessions where they've got 2-3 offensive rebounds. We saw once with Olivia Murphy. She had 4 tries and couldn't get any points out of it. And the turnovers a little bit down from where they are, averaging about 20 per game, so a little bit of an improvement there for UMass Boston, but not taking advantage of those 10 Mount Ida turnovers. And a lot of individual scoring here. You see not a lot of assists for the Beacons. Like to get that number up as well. Individual leaders on the two sides. No surprise coming in. We were keying on Olivia Murphy and Angelique Martinez. And Murphy leading all scores with 15 points at halftime. Martinez had 8 in the first quarter, picked up her second foul early in the second quarter and had to sit on the bench for a while and then got a couple points there before halftime. Geary off the bench with 5 and Caitlin Jesse with 6 there for Mount Ida. Murphy already with a double-double, 15 points and 13 rebounds. Back-to-back double-doubles for her. And UMass Boston has not registered a block either. Other games going on around the Little East. A couple games to get you updated on. Keene State with a lead against RPI, 21-15. And still to come tonight, UMass Dartmouth will be at Bridgewater State. Bridgewater State as well as UMass Boston will be on Thursday. And St. Joseph College at EastCon. And remember, Little East Conference play will get underway this Saturday. Now we'll take a look at the highlights from that first half. First half, which saw the Beacons lead 30-28. Early inside, this was Katrina Edwards getting it to fall for the Beacons' first points. Alkenberg knocked down a shot there. Alkenberg with 4 points. Burston had a wild runner that was able to fall. Geary driving baseline there. She's got 5 points off the bench. Nice move there from Caitlin Jesse to sidestep Burston in the fast break. And then another fast break opportunity for Jesse. This time Burston back there again and Jessie goes by her. Those buckets came moments apart. Geary with her first three-pointer of the season here. That gave UMass Boston the lead to start the second quarter. Murphy there to put the Beacons up by 8. Leota with a tough drive. And those are the highlights there. And other stuff going on around Beaconville. The men's basketball team will be playing MIT right after this game at 7:30. On Friday, men's hockey hosting Norwich. And then track and field hosting the big meet over in Roxbury Crossing at the Reggie Lewis Track Center. And that will be on Saturday afternoon. Will last a few hours. You can catch that on the Beacons Broadcast Network and Little East TV as well. Got a few more minutes before our halftime, so now we'll take a look, get you ready for that men's basketball game by showing you the highlights of the Beacons' 77-54 loss against number 12 Trinity College in the Harbor Invite title game. It was close in that first half, but Trinity ultimately able to pull away. Should be a good matchup coming up in about 1 hour from now on the men's side, MIT and UMass Boston. Busy week for the UMass Boston women's basketball team as we look ahead to their upcoming schedule. This is the first of 4 games in a 10-day span. They'll be at Bridgewater State on Thursday, then open up Little East Conference play on Saturday. 1 p.m. start time, another women's-men's doubleheader here at the Clark Athletic Center. And you can watch that Saturday game against WestCon here on the Beacons Broadcast Network and Little East TV. About a minute left before the start of the second half. We'll take a quick break and get you set for the third quarter. 2-point lead for UMass Boston here on the Beacons Broadcast Network and Little East TV.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
Set to begin the third quarter here from the Clark Athletic Center. 30-28, UMass Boston on top, but previous three meetings, all of them wins for the Beacons, were decided by an average of almost 29 points. And it's been very close. Beacons led by as many as 8 points. But they need to get some offense from someone not named Olivia Murphy. Grace Geary with 5 off the bench. Michaela Illabodi and Tajay Burson with 4. And then Katrina Edwards with 2. So where will the Beacons find some offense? Burston. Beacons in their set. Burston blocked. Martinez there in the middle. And she's got the loose ball. Mount Ida shot well in the first half. Turn it over here to start though. 3-on-4 the other way. Matthew. Edwards. Jordan feeds Murphy, already with a double-double. Matthew steps inside the arc and rattles home. Matthew with her first points of the game. Mount Ida shot 37% in the first half, above their season average of 31. Martinez here, she had 10 to lead the way. Backing down Murphy. Jesse keeps the ball, too strong, and Murphy has the rebound, her 14th. 15 points, 14 rebounds for Murphy. Bursting inside, Matthew, count it, and the foul. She's got all 4 of UMass Boston's points here in the third quarter, and will head to the free throw line. Matthew hasn't been to the free throw line a lot this season. She's just 3 of 6 entering tonight, and UMass Boston needs to get some better free throw shooting, and they do as Matthew converts the and one. Beacons were just 5 of 12 at the free throw line in the first half. A little bit of pressure here. Mount Ida handles it. Crosby drives along the baseline. Cornered. Martinez back out. Muir for 3. Good. Her second three-pointer of the game. Muir now with 6. And it's a 4-point game. Edwards. No whistle. As she ran into Jesse. Martinez defended by Edwards this time, who gets the block. First block of the game for the Beacons. Burston 3-on-2 to Edwards. Can't finish it. Muir the other way. Long layup attempt won't go. Jesse the offensive rebound, had it knocked away. Matthew had it for a moment, and then it got deflected away by Martinez. But they'll say last touch by Matthew, just got her hand on it. Trying to keep possession there. Trish Leota returns for Molly Alkenberg, and we'll also have Michaela Illabodi enter for UMass Boston. Edwards will take a seat. Jesse inbounds to Martinez. Being defended by Illabodi there. New shot clock here for the Mustangs. Mount Ida looking for their second win of the season. It would be just their second road win in their last 16 road games dating back to last season. Crosby blocked from behind by Murphy. Matthew feeds across. Jordan pulls up. Matthew, the offensive rebound. Can't finish. Jordan will try. No. Murphy fouled. Beacon's doing a strong job on the offensive glass tonight. And Murphy to the free throw line where she is 5 of 6. Marissa Dwyer returns. She'll replace Brianna Muir in the backcourt. UMass Boston with nearly as many offensive rebounds as defensive rebounds. 16 offensive, 17 defensive. Murphy comes out after making the second. Cheyenne Wellington in. Beacons nearly caused a turnover, but now a potential 2-on-1. Dwyer tried to draw contact. Now Jordan at the other end lays it in ahead of Crosby. Jordan with her first points of the evening. Quickly Martinez at the other end. Triple teamed. Dwyer rotates to an open Crosby. And the rebound to Jordan. Mount Ida cold here to start. They got the 1 3-pointer from Muir. But a couple turnovers and a lot of empty possessions to start the third quarter. Wellington. Seven-point lead for the Beacons. It was a tie game after one and then a 2-point game at halftime. And there is Martinez. She had 6 of Mount Ida's first 8 points, but her points have been dispersed since then. Beacons have done a better job defending her in the post. Hand check foul will go against Dwyer. That will bring Martinez out of the game and Alkenberg back in. .5:29 to go in the third. 5-point lead for UMass Boston. Ilabodi off the mark. Loose ball, tips out to Burston. Wellington drives inside. Nice lay-in. Able to split the defense. First points of the night for Cheyenne Wellington. The points have been spread around here for UMass Boston to start the third. They've got 5 from Matthew, as we'll get a foul against the Beacons. They've also got buckets from Wellington and Jordan and a free throw from Murphy. And that will take us to a timeout. Mount Ida will have possession when we return. Beacons up by 7 on the Beacons Broadcast Network and Little East TV.
Really stressing the need to be more aggressive towards the end of that first half. The Beacons scored just 2 points in the final 5 minutes of half number 1. Already 10 here in the first 5 minutes. Seems like UMass Boston's a lot more aggressive going to the hoop, and Coach Christina Ball's a lot happier with her team here to start half number 2. Nick, take it away.
Thanks, Seth. And as you said, very strong start here. Mount Ida has scored 5 to the Beacons' 10 here to start. And it's now up to a 7-point lead for UMass Boston, and being more aggressive. And what's great for UMass Boston is that they're getting scoring from a few different places. They still don't have, that second option that emerges behind Murphy, but a lot of even scoring. After Murphy's 16, you've got Geary and Matthew with 5. You've got a few players with 4. Got Burston with 4, Ilabodi with 4. And then buckets for Wellington, Edwards, and Jordan. So everyone's getting opportunities and taking advantage of it here halfway through the third. Now Ida to inbound after the foul. That was the first team foul against UMass Boston. And another foul against the Beacons. It'll go against Matthew. Brandon Muir back into the game. She there inbounded it. Now receives it back. We'll try another three. Short. Rebound goes up in to the body of Michaela Illabodi. Here's Grace Gary back into the game. Looked good off the bench in the second quarter. Or in the first quarter, rather, but second quarter pretty quiet. And Illabodi, that offensive rebound actually falls to Wellington, who can't get it to go. And the loose ball foul will go against UMass Boston. So now the foul's starting to pile up a little bit. It will go against Illabodi. Each side now with 3 team fouls. One more to give before free throws. Double team here. And timeout is called by Katie Green. Stay 30-second timeout as Caitlin Jesse looked to be in a bit of trouble there. So we'll stay here. Still 7-point lead for UMass Boston. 4:17 to play in the third. Beacons entering at 4-0 for the 4th time this season. They're looking to go 5-0 for just the 2nd time in program history. The only other time UMass Boston did that was in the 1994-1995 season. And that team did not go to 6-0, so the Beacons are a couple wins away from setting a new program record. UMass Boston will be at Bridgewater State on Thursday at 7, and then return here to the Clark Athletic Center against Western Connecticut State. You're going to look at head coach Christina Baugh. Came into the program in August. And this team has gelled early on this season, outscoring opponents by about 16 points per game and out-rebounding them by 15 rebounds per game. And they've been strong on the offensive glass tonight as well. UMass Boston with 21 defensive rebounds and 21 offensive rebounds. They have out-rebounded Mount Ida 42-26 thus far. Martinez back into the game. Triple team, and a jump ball will stay with the Mustangs after Geary forced the tie-up. Martinez, one to shoot, and Burston has it with the shot clock set to expire. Burston will go all the way, and Illabodi lost it off her fingertips. Brandon Muir running the point. Sophomore from Wareham with 6 points. Leota back to Jesse. Leota to Martinez. Spins away from help defense and gets it to go off the glass. 14 points now for Martinez. Michaela Illabodi backing down Martinez. 5-point lead for UMass Boston. Martinez inside again. not on the same page with Jesse, and they turn it over. Murphy will come back into the game for Illabodi, and we will also see Katrina Edwards re-enter to replace Wellington. So the Beacons get the two forwards back out there. Matthew to Geary, tries the three. Good! Grace Geary, her second long ball of the game. Matches the Beacons' largest lead at 8. Muir leaves it off. A try along the left baseline is good from Brittany Crosby. Geary, Murphy, in and out. Edwards, the offensive board. Geary, strong. Third possession. Burston will reset. Matthews steps in, fires across. Geary for three again. It's good! Back-to-back trays from Grace Geary, the sophomore, has given UMass Boston their largest lead of the game, 46-37. Crosby looking to answer, no. And last touch by Murphy underneath. Dwyer re-enters and replaces Muir. 12 on the shot clock here for the Mustangs. Martinez back out. Jesse for three. It's good. Kaylin Jesse had 6 points in that first half, all coming within a couple minutes in that second quarter. Has a steal here. And now has this back to a 4-point game with a 3-ball and then that bucket off a steal. Has 11 points now. Burston to Murphy and a quick answer for UMass Boston. $18 now for Murphy. She had a double-double at halftime. Minute to go in the third. Jesse pulls up. Martinez can't get it to fall. Burston, long pass ahead for Murphy. Beacons back up by 8. Martinez trying to provide an answer, backing down Murphy. It's good off the glass. Made it look so easy. 16 now for Angelique Martinez. Shot clock off. Beacons can hold for the final shot. Here we'll have everyone clear out. Nice drive, dumps it off for Murphy. 3 straight buckets at the end of the quarter for Olivia Murphy. Give her 22 in the contest. What a furious finish to the quarter as UMass Boston heads to quarter number 4, up 52-44. Fourth quarter when we come back on the Beacons Broadcast Network and Little East TV.
Come on, Jake. As usual, she wins it. A chance in front. Her shot is in the net. Crystal elated. Yet another goal.
Please make a gift to the Beacon Athletic Fund today. We want you on our team.
Back inside the Clark Athletic Center, a 52-44 lead for UMass Boston. got up to 9 there towards the end of the third quarter. And a lot of scoring back and forth. Caitlin Jesse had 5 points bunched in there for Mount Ida. But Olivia Murphy had the final 6 points of the quarter for UMass Boston, all easy layups. Grace Geary had a pair of 3-pointers in there as well. Geary into double figures with 11. And then Murphy with 22 points now. Beacons ball to begin the quarter. Geary in the corner. Murphy inside. Good again. Largest lead of the game for UMass Boston. Turnaround shot falls right to Martinez, and she's fouled going up. Matthew picks up her second foul. 2 shots for Martinez. First time at the line tonight. 16 points for her to go along with 11 rebounds. 4 double-doubles on the season now for Martinez. Coming off a 19-point, 14-rebound performance. Goes 1 of 2 at the line. Back to a 9-point game. Geary along the baseline, finds Murphy. Edwards is fouled. Foul will go against Alkenberg and put Edwards at the free throw line. Edwards has had a quiet day offensively, but has looked good at the other end of the court. And has done a good job helping contain Martinez, who still had her fair share of points, but in the kind of interspersed. Martinez started the game so strong, but thanks to the likes of Edwards and seen Wellington and Illabodi in there, they've been able to keep her at bay. Edwards comes out and Illabodi back in, as the lead is back to 11 after those 2 free throws. Go right back to Martinez. Wild shot. Rebound Geary. Home run pass is intercepted by Crosby. 3-on-2. Crosby is good. Mount Ida just won't go away. Although UMass Boston has been able to keep this now at an arm's length. 9-point lead, 56-47. Burston open for 3. Murphy there for the offensive rebound. Ultimately falls to Geary. And now Burston clutching her left calf. And she fell down immediately after taking that 3-pointer. And perhaps just a cramp here. And you can see Burston in a lot of pain. And you probably have pulled your calf before and know it can be a lot of immediate pain, but with some stretching, will go away here in a matter of moments. And that's what trainer is doing right now with Burston, trying to stretch out her left leg. And we'll see if she can stay in the game or not. 56-47 the lead for the Beacons with 8:23 to go. As they continue to work on the left calf of Tajay Burston. He's had 4 points tonight at the point guard position. UMass Boston had their largest lead of the game at 11 moments ago. Mount Ida keeping it close. Person able to come to her feet, still walking gingerly. It looks like they'll just have her come out of the game and take it easy. The Beacons will have the basketball. 24 seconds on the shot clock. 8:23 to go in the quarter. Reminder, we've got men's basketball following this contest. UMass Boston against MIT set to tip off at 7:30. Katie Matthew to Geary. Back to Matthew. And the rebound by Alkenberg. Jesse looking to push and will hold up. Has 11 points. Vern Martinez lead the team in double figures. Jesse pulls up. Martinez, the offensive rebound. Can't put it back in, but gets it in. And the third try is good for Martinez, who now has 19 points. And it's a 7-point game. Inside, Murphy. Back out. Quickly rotated. Geary's open for three and knocks it down again. Her fourth three of the game. And she has not missed from downtown in this second half. 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. And Geary has a turnover. Finds Matthew. Leaves it off. Jordan misses the layup. Alkenberg onto the floor. And now finally jump ball is called. Geary looked to take the brunt of that. Alkenberg looked to kind of roll over her, but Geary okay. Possession will stay with Mount Ida. And Janique Cofield will return to the game and replace Jessica D'Esposito. And ball is tipped. Beacons force the turnover off the inbound. Geary spins. Jordan. Lazy pass is picked off by Crosby. He was looking for Murphy inside. Cofield deflected. And last touch by Martinez. Mount Ida bench doesn't like that call. As Rivera is back into the game for the Beacons, replaces Jordan. (59-49). 10-point lead for the Beacons after that three from Grace Geary moments ago. Now Labode couldn't handle that quick pass. And a jump ball will keep possession with the Beacons. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Geary to inbound under the basket. Matthew, Rivera to Geary, another three. Rebound, push back out, Illabode. Geary dumps it off. Ball loose. Tip back out towards Crosby. Geary onto the floor, and they'll have a foul called against Mount Ida. It will be Brittany Crosby who's whistled for a push there after the loose ball. It's the third against Crosby, and after about a solid 5 seconds there where no one could gain possession. Here's Geary getting it back immediately. It's good! Grace Geary red hot from downtown with 17. 15 of those 17 coming by way of the long ball. Right back to Martinez, and she's fouled. Now the largest lead of the game for UMass Boston at 62-49. Labode picks up the foul, her third. Martinez now with 20 points after that first free throw. Edwards back into the game for the Beacons. Rivera looking to push. Geary lost the handle and steps out of bounds. Five and a half minutes left in the fourth. Martinez turns around, good off the glass. Boy, when she spins to her left towards the baseline on that right block, she has been money. 22 points now. Rivera in midair, just a bit too hard on the touch. And we'll head to the free throw line. Rivera at the free throw line. Like of her first points of the evening. Just her second trip to the free throw line this season. Now 2 of 3 at the charity stripe. And gets the second one to rattle in. Back to a 10-point lead for the Beacons. Go right back to Martinez, who gets it to go again. Mount Ida needs some stops at the other end. As UMass Boston breaks the press. Gary's open for three again. Mustangs looking to push, 4:40 to go. 10-point game. Martinez open inside, short this time. And the ball bounces right back to her hands. Loose ball on the floor, and a timeout is called first by head coach Katie Green. So Mount Ida will keep possession. UMass Boston head coach Christina Baugh trying to say that it was a jump ball before the timeout, but possession will stay with UMass Boston.
Thanks, guys. One of the interesting things about today's game is the emergence of Grace Geary, the reigning Little East Conference Rookie of the Year. Really struggled in her first game of the season last week against Fitchburg State. Just 4 points, was missing a lot of her shots today. She's been dynamic, 17 points, a handful of assists. She looks like a different player, but still not 100% at where she was at the end of last season when she was averaging a team-high 14 points per game. The Beacons hope she can continue this on Saturday when UMass Boston opens conference play against Western Connecticut State right here at the Clark. Now back to you guys.
Thanks, Seth. And what a second half for Grace Geary. 12 of her 17 coming here in half number 2. All of those 12 points coming from long range. She is 5 of 7 from beyond the arc. And Beacons get her back and can have a nice 1-2 punch with Olivia Murphy inside and then Grace Geary on the outside. Martinez out of the timeout. Double team. Back out. Muir on the drive. Too strong. Offensive rebound for Cofield. That ball did not hit the rim. Jesse has to put it up. And loose ball will go to the Beacons. 4:04 to go. Beacons up 64-54. Little runner from Rivera is good. Shot from Jesse short. Rebound immediately put out to Rivera. 3-on-1. Rivera lays it in. Ariana Rivera now with 6, all of them coming in the fourth quarter. Cofield fouled from behind by Geary, who can't believe the call. Beacons leading by 14, their largest of the game. Janique Cofield for her second free throw. That was 1 of 2. Now Oneida can't afford any more points at the other end for UMass Boston. Beacons break the press and will look to kill some time. Tajay Burston still on the bench. Look to have a cramp in her left calf. Gary's run the point here. Rivera for 3, and it's good! What a fourth quarter for the freshman, Ariana Rivera. 9 points here in the fourth, and a turnover. 3-on-2, Geary leading the way. Dumps it off, and Matthew is blocked but fouled. Put Matthew at the line, and the Beacons now in control with 2:45 to play. Cosby will return. And Leota will sit. Beacons on the verge of starting 5-0 for the second time in program history. And that matches the best start in program history, which came 21 years ago. Have a chance to go for a program record 6-0 on Thursday. Martinez still going to work hard. Count that basket. And one more coming at the free throw line. Now 21 points for Angelique Martinez. Michaela Illabodi will come in to replace Murphy for perhaps the final 2.5 minutes. Martinez with a double-double. New shot clock for the Mustangs. Fed inside, Martinez. Back out, Cofield. Drives and kicks. Jesse finds Cofield, puts up a high arcing three. And last touch by Edwards, 7 on the shot clock. Martinez, short. $16-point lead. Edwards thought about the three. Instead, UMass Boston will kill some time. Now Labode, still 13 on the shot clock, tries to get one off and is blocked by Martinez. 90 seconds left. Cofield lost it out of bounds. Mount Ida will have a full week off before they host Emerson next Tuesday. And now Elena Wright McCarthy checks into the game. And Kiana Price returns as well. Mount Ida also brings Jamie Moscato in, and now Jessica D'Esposito. So some of the reserves getting some extra playing time. The final minute 20. Cofield tips it away from Wright McCarthy, but stepped on the sideline. And now a timeout, 30-second timeout will be called by UMass Boston with 1:16 to go. 73-57 the score. And what a second half for UMass Boston. Had just a 2-point lead at halftime. But the offense has come alive. They have outscored Mount Ida 43-29 in this second half. Olivia Murphy has been sensational. Once again, 24 points for her. Has another double-double with 17 rebounds. Grace Geary, electric in the second half. 17 points on the game, including 5 of 9 from beyond the arc. This is Geary spinning inside. What a move, Grace Geary. Mount Ida turning it over with less than a minute to play. Geary, she wants more points, and she's got them. 21 now for the sophomore out of Falmouth. She had 5 at halftime and has exploded for 16 in the second half. This ball will stay with the Mustangs. Jesse and Crosby will check back in. And Cheyenne Wellington returns for UMass Boston. Gary will head off. So that ball was tipped and deflected out of play. Last touch by the Mustangs. Now a 7-second differential between shot and game clock. I have an interview with the head coach of the Beacons, Christina Bach, coming up after the game. Stay tuned for that. We get the shot clock off. Here's a 3-ball in the corner from Jesse. No. Final 10 seconds as Rivera will dribble it out. And the Beacons, for the second time in program history, improve to 5-0. They explode in the second half and defeat Mount Ida 77-57. Olivia Murphy leading the way with 24 points. Grace Geary with 16 in the second half to finish with 21. And the Beacons, after just a 2-point lead at halftime, win by 20. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by head coach of the Beacons, Christina Baugh, here on the Beacons Broadcast Network.
What separates UMass Boston from other schools is the fact that a large percentage of students commute. For me, it takes 2 hours each day to go to and from school, but every second has been worth it because the students that come here are serious about learning, they value their education, and understand where it'll take them in the future. This is what UMass Boston means to me.
Division III allows you to give yourself to other things.
Having that free time allows me to pursue the things that I want to pursue.
Division III athletics affords students the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport.
It allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
The UMass Boston Beacons baseball team went 23-15 this year and have consistently been a leader in their conference without having a home field to play on. That will change next season.
I am so happy and excited to join Boston College High School and your wonderful president to celebrate this symbol of our institution's friendship as well as our shared commitment to this special neighborhood. Not only are we thrilled to be building a new ballpark with our neighboring teams and for all of our neighboring teams, but we could not be happier to provide more space. It's not just for us, Father Monin. It's for the youth of Dorchester and South Boston to be able to play as well. So your field will be used by quite a few of us for so many wonderful things.
But my hope is that the sound of the bat, that's so irresistible to us at Fenway Park, will echo through this field and will call further together the academic communities of BC High and of UMB, but especially that it will call together the youthful neighborhood communities.
Joined by the head coach of the Beacons, Chris Baugh, after 77-57, when it was only a 2-point game at halftime. What happened in that second half to blow the game open?
Well, I didn't think we showed up in the first half, so the biggest thing was our energy. We were really flat on the bench. We were really flat on the floor. Nobody was excited to play a great game of basketball. So that was our focus in halftime, about each possession getting better. But we were just so flat in the first half, and that was a result of the score.
In the second half, you get Grace Geary going. You haven't had her for a few games. Comes back a little slow a week ago, and now she gets going. What does she do when you have her in there? When you look at your offense in the second half today and the difference between the start of the season, what do you see?
Well, people have to guard her. They have to guard her behind the three-point line and in the three-point line. So she's an offensive nightmare when she gets going, and she really stepped it up in the second half. But my biggest thing for Grace Geary is that she can dish and score. She's got great vision, and she definitely showed that in the second half tonight.
Do you think you'd be 5-0 before the season?
It feels good, but we got Bridgewater on Thursday, so one game at a time, and we haven't done anything yet.
When you talk, you guys had a week layoff. Now you've got a stretch of 4 games in 10 days. Yeah. How do you guys prepare for that?
A lot of film. Can't kill them the day before. We got one day to prepare, so we're just taking it day by day.
Well, good luck on Thursday. We'll see you back here on Saturday.
Thank you so much. All right.
Let's take a look at the second half highlights, and then on the other side of that, we'll have the final statistics and wrap up here from the Clark Athletic Center. Inside, Matthew, count it! To draw contact. Now Jordan at the other end lays it in ahead to Burston. Martinez spins away from help deep to Geary, tries the three, good! Now, Burston to Murphy, and a quick answer for nice drive, dumps it off for Murphy! Geary in the corner, Murphy inside, good again! Intercepted by Crosby. 3-on-2, Crosby is little runner from Rivera. Back inside the Clark Athletic Center in a 77-57 win for UMass Boston over Mount Ida. Let's take a look at the final team statistics. And UMass Boston shot very well in that second half, finish at 37%. And you see that three-point number go way up, all thanks to Grace Geary. She finished 5 of 9 from beyond the arc. Free throws, Beacons would like to see that improve a little more, but they got to the line a lot and only had 4 turnovers in the second half. And another big rebounding day. They out-rebound Mount Ida by 11. Here's the individual statistics. And guess who? Olivia Murphy leading the way once again. Geary had 16 in the second half. Martinez not to be outdone with 25, though, for a game highs. She started to pile them up there late in the fourth quarter with the game more or less decided at that point. And Caitlin Jesse had 11 as well. I'd like to thank our production team for putting on this great 4-camera shoot. And as you can see in the backdrop, we will have one more game coming. The UMass Boston men's basketball team against MIT. That is slated to start right about 7:35. So stick around. We'll have that broadcast for you. Close out of this and open up the men's one. Stay tuned. So for the crew, my name is Nick Cope. For Seth Orensky, saying so long from the Clark Athletic Center, where the UMass Boston women's basketball team improves to 5-0 for the second time in program history.